Hi guys, welcome back. So some news to share with you, and I really want to know your opinion on these three things. Firstly, Wales's autumn fixture list is out. We don't know the order, but the teams it looks like they're playing are unbelievable. I mean, it's literally the most exciting autumn fixture list I've ever seen. Wales fans, be honest, do you think it's just a bit over the top? And, traditionally what you do is you have a couple of hard games and then maybe a couple of slightly easier games where you can get your younger players in and change things around and hopefully get a few wins as well. I mean, that being said, it's just so exciting. Let's just go through the team. So New Zealand to start with, unbelievable. Sure, they had a bit of a downer after the World Cup. Were a little bit complacent in a couple of their games, but they did get back onto their feet, and I think they've got the makings of just a fantastic New Zealand team. If you've been watching Super Rugby Aotearoa, you know how good those players are. They are stellar. I mean, just think of the backline, the players they're trying to stuff into their backline. You've got the likes of Aaron Smith. I think Richie Mwanga's easily the number 10 now. He's just been class for so long. But then you've got players like Will Jordan in the back line, Havili, you try and maybe get in there somewhere, so talented. Geordie Barrett's on fire, and then you've even got Bowden Barrett to come back. I don't even know if he's going to get in the team, because the likes of, like I said, Geordie Barrett, Damien McKenzie's on fire, plus all the power and pace they've got in and around that. It just looks stellar, and that's just talking about the back. So that's a great match to have, super exciting. I'm sure they're going to pack out the stadiums for all these matches, as of course the Welsh always do anyway. Then the Springboks, just wow. Current world champions. I know they haven't played for a long time, but they'll have had a little series called the British and Irish Lions to get them up to speed, to get any new players into the fold that they want. They've just got a huge player base. I've been watching some of the stuff coming out of South Africa on all the options they have, and it is ridiculous. I mean, players not just playing in South Africa, but as we know, around the world, absolute quality. And then you've got the Wallabies coming over, and for Australia, we don't quite know how good they're going to be. They've obviously had time to play against each other in Super Rugby AU to work out who the best is. We're going to have a lot of new names, and we will get to see the superstar that is Pattaya, just the perfect outside back, really. So many good players. We don't quite know, like I said, how good they're going to be, but they're always super competitive. And then you've got Fiji, who we didn't see last autumn due to COVID outbreaks, etc. But we get to see them here. I mean, wow. I mean, Wales, sure, they're the current Six Nations champions, but really all four of these guys just seems possibly a bit much. But hey, I'm excited. I think they'd want to play Fiji first before they get all that time together, because that is the problem Fiji have, is they don't have time together. I mean, just imagine if they play the All Blacks, the Springboks, the Wallabies, then Fiji last. I think that's the worst combination they could go for. So it'll be interesting to see what order they go in. I mean, on the positive side, 4 unbelievable games. They'll know exactly where they're at after those games, that's for sure. They're going to fill out the stadiums. They're going to make some money they desperately need, as all these nations do, all these unions do. On the negative, they could, another positive, of course, is they can get some big scalps and some big kudos from beating some of these teams. But the negative, of course, is they're so hard. They could win. They could lose a lot of these games, and maybe even lose, 3 or even 4 games, and then, the confidence goes. I don't think that would be the case, but it's risky. It's a risky fixture list, but exciting. Wales fans, let me know what you think about that one, where you stand on, is it too hard, or is it, what they need? And then the second thing is that the Lions have agreed a release for the Premiership players. As soon as their matches are finished, essentially, they can go and join up with the Lions, kind of ahead of the official schedule, if you like, which is fantastic. Obviously, the players that are going to be involved in the finals and maybe European finals, they're not going to join up till later, but hopefully we won't get that debacle where a whole stack of the squad doesn't arrive until much later, and one of the warm-up games is already gone. So that's pretty good. We'll see that hopefully the likes of Hogg and Gray a little bit earlier, plus other players in the Premiership. Like I said, maybe Hogg and Gray will be a bit later because they might be in finals, etc. So we'll see. And then the final bit of current news that's just come along. I knew George North was in trouble when I saw his injury, but it's been confirmed it's a major knee injury. He's out of the Lions tour if he was going to be selected, which I think he had a great chance of being selected. So super disappointed for him. He literally got himself into the perfect position, excelling at 13. We know what he can do on the wing. Would be incredibly useful in a small squad, say it's 36, for example. And for George North, he's been up and down a bit over the years, and he was on a real up, really confident, just in a perfect spot. So desperately sad for him. Anyway, guys, those are the bits of news I wanted to share with you. Love to know your opinions on them, and I'll catch you next time.